cinema matinee. I ain't got $7.50 to pay.
Everybody now.
This is a movie about a virgin who meets a girl on the internet and is willing to drive halfway across the country to get a piece of ass. I just want to know, Cyrus, did you get paid for the rights for this movie?
That's the second most obvious joke we could have made. The first most obvious is the title, Sex Drive. Hey, is this the Corey Coleman story?
Damn it. For a moment, I was like, the heat ain't on me. I just sat back and quietly looked.
Hey, where's the white women at?
Is that true? You like sex? That's new.
And driving, apparently. So,
because I personally have had this experience.
And
at
you
least
were not
twice.
old enough to know better.
oh, yeah. We are not joking. Leon has gone through this experience in Las Vegas and in Mexico. You told me about the time you crossed the border in California and you fell asleep on a bench.
Yeah. And then there was the time in Nazareth when he and his 11 buddies partied all night. They woke up and their buddy Jesus was gone.
Oh, I was supposed to wake Jesus up and tell him to get the hell out of here.
Dude, we lost Jesus. He was our savior. We got to find him.
Hey, he knew the job was dangerous when he took it.
And Leon's like, well, he'll be back in 3 days.
All right, when I was in high school, I was a serious geek. And I had a group of like-minded other serious geeks that most of the rest of the kids didn't really like us. But even for us, there was 2 kids trying to get our attention, and they were too geeky to be part of our geek group. They were just irritating, and they were overconfident, and they tried too hard. This movie is those kids.
Leon Cole, you gonna take that from him?
This is a goddamn Transformers movie. I'm like, goddamn, really, dude?
Well, she was kind of a transformer. I mean, clearly she transformed those lips at some point.
Yeah.
These guys on set watching Michael Bay behind the camera when he's filming those shots, and this man just stroking that tripod.
I know. It is so fucking gratuitous, man.
Yeah. Like, hey man, you see, he does that every time. It's Michael Bay, don't look. You missed the twist at the end.
What, did Greg Kinnear shotgun everyone to death? I would have stayed if I had known that's what was going to happen.
Nah, you missed when Miley Cyrus's blonde wig came in. It was like, bitch, nobody walks away from me. You'll be back. That I would say about taking your kids to see this movie is that when you take them home, keep their asses away from the toolbox. Toolbox combined with sugar, they gonna tear that house up when they get a hold of that hammer.
They're gonna be slinging hammers all over the place.
Jason and Claire, they're about to kiss. He just got through killing some demons and shit. She's like, oh, this motherfucker badass, sex as hell. Let me make out with him. Who comes from the door? Simon. Simon's like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Now, the badass demon hunter, you think that he would be a man and say, boy, I will whoop your ass right now if you don't get your ass back here in this room. Let me fuck this girl. But does he say that? No. Instead, he looks at her and he says, was he in here the whole time? Well, you don't tell me I had another man in here.
That was not the reaction I expected.
Saw 6.
Some old bullshit. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Trying to make it real.
No, we're just kidding. No, hey, we
may not be.
You may not. Hey, you know what? I see y'all laughing at me over there. I liked it. You know, I don't need 20 seconds. All I got to Leon, you, Cyrus, you, and Coles, you.
All the Avengers are fighting with each other, but they all get along with him.
Yeah, everybody's nice to him. I mean, because why? Be glad I wasn't there, because if I would have been there, I would have been telling Bruce Banner, hey, man, you know what them dudes said about your mama? What?
I finally had a trip into Michael Bay's mind and just how chaotic it is.
Michael Bay and his mind, that is a place that is nonstop on fire, man. That dude is insane.
You use some of that money to go see a psychiatrist. Jesus Christ, man. Transform that check into something useful.
You need $75 million worth of therapy after looking at this movie, because there is something wrong with you, man. I would love to have him go to McDonald's with me and order something as this vampire. Could you see him at the counter like,
oh, man.
I would like a Big Mac, order of fries, and a large Coke. And you're like, come on, man, will you hurry up and get on out of line?
I think I'm going to put myself in that frame of mind where I'm just going to imagine the Valentine's Day movie I wanted, which is the horror movie, where it's like, look at all these pretty young people, and now in my head they're being torn apart by a serial killer.
See, that's funny, because the movie in my head is where Jessica Biel and Jennifer Garner make out.
Well, the movie in my head is a serial killer standing there with an axe in his hand over all the dead, severed bodies, blood everywhere, and he takes the bag off his head and is Ashton Kutcher. You've all been punked, everybody! You weren't expecting this, were you?
I'm awesome.
I have to admit, though, as evil as Jet Li's character is in this movie, I kind of feel bad for him. At the beginning of the movie, Michelle Yeoh cast a curse on Jet Li. So she says, I'm gonna put the ultimate curse on you. I'm gonna turn you into diarrhea, and then you're gonna turn to fire and be a hardened turd after that. So I'd be kind of pissed off too if after spending eternity as a hard piece of shit.
Hey, well, he was a piece of shit when he was alive, so it's just as well. He's just
So
spent
it's
the rest of his life
appropriate.
that
When
way.
he actually grew that porn star mustache there, you knew he was no good.
The next movie is just gonna be George Lucas on screen playing with his little action figures. When I see Russell Crowe with that bow and arrow, I see him like shooting that shit and just missing and being like, F it, and just beating, and just beating the shit out of everybody.
Yeah, Russell Crowe patient enough to learn how to use a bow and arrow at all. And be like, snap it in half, shove it up your ass.
Theme song we start playing.
There is not one moment in this whole thing that I liked. I cringed more and more and more. You two slept through half the movie, so I didn't even want to hear it.
My name is Alice, and I have absolutely nothing to do with the games. But I'm a director, so I get to be in the movies. And I do everything in cool slow-mo.
Hey, damn, co-host, I said slow, man.
Hey, stay in character.
And I like striking sexy poses while killing stuff. Oh, look, it's a zombie/random monster from the game coming for me. I will have to... Okay, whoa, monster, you're getting really close with that axe.
What? I can't feel here anything. I said back the f*** up. You about to hit me with that shit. Ow, ow, hey, man, ow. Ow, come on, man. Hey. Yeah. How the hell you gonna sit up there and say you didn't know you were giving me a
Well,
beat
maybe
down?
if you had some holes in that mask,
And
not
now
only could I
everything
see
is
you,
but
but I
I
could
kept
hear
doing
you.
rehearsal. You wouldn't
He
need
complaining
that.
about
You
a beat
know
when he's
this
supposed to
would have
be
ever
in addition to
happened.
suffocate.
The only thing that Michael Shannon probably brought more than Terrence Stamp, he got those Michael Shannon eyes.
Those eyes, boy.
No.
They big. They like 1 mile away from each other, and they're not always looking in the same direction.
No, the angrier Michael Shannon gets, the further his eyes separate from each other. If he tried to fight Superman with his laser beam powers, he'd miss him completely. I told you, I got Prometheus of the dick right now.
And I told you that was not Prometheus' fault. That's something else.
That was your versus Predator.
Speaking of Alien versus Predator, well, I guess the Predator won because the alien can't get no work. He can't even get Ridley Scott to call to take his calls again. Because that's what he said.
Oh yeah, they have predators on Earth, but somehow nobody knows about it. There were at least 2 encounters that we're willing to acknowledge. It's fine if somebody says like, yes, we do know about this.
Because I'm convinced at the end of Predator, they locked Schwarzenegger up and injected his ass with some silly serum. He's crazy in a nut house somewhere. It has a mouth like a spider, and it has dreadlocks. He's crazy.
He was only leading into doing a Schwarzenegger impression.
How many people here grew up with the Wizard of Oz?
Back before VHS or any of that crap, it was like, it's Wizard of Oz time. Like, I want to watch Wizard of Oz. The Monkeys Escape. You're going to sit the down and watch Wizard of Oz.
Poor Nicolas Cage. He's trying to be a good Samaritan. Like, he tries to set one person out, and he's trying to put every one of them out with a blanket. And like the last person, he throws a blanket on the blanket, just like, he fueled the fire. I know. But it's kind of like Alice Proyas just stopped and said, you know what? I love this thing with people on fire so much. Let's set some animals on fire. They got one scene where somebody points out the window and you see a bunch of moose and rabbits. I mean, they're pretty much running on their hind legs. Oh, God! Help me!
Yeah, it was like a drag version of Rocky and Bullwinkle. They were all flaming.
Come on, man.
And once again, the kingdom is safe, and everyone can carry on peacefully.
This series could have been ended about 5 movies ago if Harry Potter had a gun.
I know.
If Hogwarts had been an inner city school, that would never have gone on. Those kids would have like did a drive-by on their broomsticks. Hey, Voldemort! He's getting in his car. What? G.I. Joe was not gay. There was only one person who was making it gay. It was Shipwreck.
Because I mean, yeah, you look at Shipwreck. Whenever he was standing next to anybody, you're like, wow, this is pretty much the village people with guns.
Duke was just kind of metrosexual. Duke was like an R&B singer. Duke had, he had his shirt open with the wife beat underneath and everything, but Duke could take care of business. It's only when Shipwreck walked into the room, everybody started laughing. Man, I told you to keep your ass outside. Everybody laughed at that. I also am confused because Shipwreck was who I related to the most growing up.
Okay.
Yeah, we know.
And you know what? After watching this, I was just like, man, has this guy just totally lost it? You're trying to reinvent yourself? Okay, look. Don't reinvent yourself. Reinvent that thing on your head, dude. I'm waiting for the last scene where he's down on his luck. He just got shot in both arms, and the killer's just right over his head with that damn pistol. And all of a sudden, out of nowhere, that wig comes up, attacks him, saves the day.
You know what, dude? I got an idea. Let's go out to the parking lot after we're done recording, and let's have Death Race Cyrus. Let's see if he can outrun Corey, and we hit him as fast as we can, and we'll see if he explodes or not.
Well, look, I'm going to hit you, okay? But he's going to get you with his scooter and make sure he finishes you off. If only it was that simple. I had my nephew in bed. Man, let me tell you about this hoe I wanted to tap that ass with the other night.
That's a terrible story, Uncle Corey.
Shut up!
Let me tell you about the one where she and her friends have a pillow fight.
That would be acceptable too, probably, to Uncle Corey. But the look would be more like, let me tell you about the time you went to prison and got gang raped.
It would be really cool if they put the fat black woman in the Disney cartoon world.
Queen Latifah and Snow Black.
Any problem that I have with the Silver Surfer is that he doesn't have a penis. He's all smooth like a Ken doll. He should have a little silver dingling flapping in the wind.
Lawrence Fishburne doesn't need a dick. That's how cool he is.
Oh, so true.
Did you guys see that girl? Oh my God, I would have gone back for her. That is, I mean, if you're going to go back for anything, it's a piece of ass like that.
You know what's more beautiful than that girl? Life.
Indeed.
I'm sorry. I'm not that brave. It really is like she acts with her top lip because she comes in and like Greg Kinnear's like, honey, it's 1 o'clock. Where you been? She's like, Dad, look, I just been out, okay? Even though it's like, again, medieval times, somehow you find a phone somewhere.
I was about to say, I want to see Russell Crowe on a horse riding down like with a big satchel full of telephones and just throwing them at people on a hill.
This Barn Arrow. Give me a phone. What's a phone? This bitch.